Hey there, you lovely legends. My name is Fedor. I'm a stand-up comedian. Not a famous one. I don't have a Netflix special. I just tour the world to perform in dodgy bars, in weird places. And in this vlog, we're gonna have a look at what the fuck that looks like. Hey there, you lovely legends. Today we are kicking off a road trip tour to Europe, starting off in Bulgaria, going to Serbia, Croatia, Hungary, the Czech Republic and Austria. And some of these might get cancelled because of COVID, but we'll see. And joining me are three lovely comedians from the Amsterdam comedy scene. These are Luana from Romania. She lives in Amsterdam. She actually lives in the red light district. But she is not a prostitute, which makes her the only Romanian woman in this area that actually just gives it away for free. We have Alina from Russia, without love. She is half Russian, half Belgium, which means she has a Russian dark sense of humor, but Belgium complete and utter ignorance. And last but not least, we have Sid from California. And as a true American, he has absolutely no clue about any of these countries that we're visiting. And we're kicking off today from Bansko, Bulgaria. Bansko is by far the smallest town on our tour, but we're kicking off here because it's actually my home away from home. It's a small ski resort town actually, with a lovely old city center. But the main reason I ended up here is because it has a very lively digital nomad community. If you don't know what digital nomads are, they're basically homeless people with a laptop. That's the only difference. They work remotely. There's an awesome co-working here that organizes a lot of fun stuff, a lot of activities. And tonight's show is actually also kind of specially for the nomads. So it's one of the smaller venues of our tour. It has 60 seats, but it's going to be packed with 60 nomads from all over the world. Most of them are young, higher educated, worldly. So it's going to be a fun and interesting show. So to me, these posters look like missing persons posters. At least that was what I first thought when I came here. And I thought, why are so many people missing? And why are most of them like old, elderly? Do they lose their demented? Shouldn't they keep them on a leash or something? This looks weird. But apparently this is how they announce their death here in Bulgaria. They put out a note on the door and also in public spaces like, hey, Uncle Bob died, just so you know. So this vending machine is hilarious because it's -4 outside, but it's 7 inside the vending machine. Also, which language is this? This is not Bulgarian, but why the hell is the vending machine heating the stuff? It's like, do you want to warm your hands? Get a drink. Or maybe it's the cans of hell that are rising the temperature. So last summer here in Bansko, we adopted one of these street cats. He was still outdoors most of the time, and we called him Bansko. So we called the outdoor cat in Bansko, Bansko. And then what happens is, you cannot find Bansko, and you're walking to the streets of Bansko, shouting Bansko, Bansko, Bansko. And all the people are looking at you like you're a fucking idiot, because you're like, dude, you are in Bansko. Why the fuck are you looking for Bansko? So yeah, don't name your cat or dog after your city or town, is my advice.
All right, please give a warm welcome to Fedor!
Thank you, and I told you not to mention the OnlyFans in Bansko. I'm loud, so I'm gonna turn this a bit down. This is amazing, guys.
And I already feel very Dutch. This is going to be the slapstick part of the show where I knock my head 7 times. I'm just gonna, yeah, this is safe. This is still going to go wrong. This is great, great to be in front of a live audience again. Unfortunately, I know a lot of you people. That's always a downside. It's nicer to do anonymous comedy shows so you can disappoint and fuck off. This will linger. Also, I do need to emphasize that Matthias raised too much expectations. Also, I feel the pressure is on because for some reason somebody put a knife here. Is this, Matthias, is this in case I don't live up to... Okay, cool. Well, this is a typical Bansko very dull knife, so that should be fine. No, but it is great to be back. It's also great to be back in Bulgaria because I only arrived back like a few hours ago. I always feel kind of at home here, mostly because you guys here, the Bulgarians, they use the Cyrillic script, and I'm dyslexic, so that makes sense to me. So I do think it's a weird thing still that when you're, bad with spelling, you're dyslexic. If you're bad with numbers, you're dyspraxic. If you're bad with geography, you're American. But it works. But yeah, you might have noticed this is the Best of Amsterdam show and I'm the only Dutch guy. This is an appropriate representation of Amsterdam right now. I even got my official Bulgarian residency. Nice. If I show this in Amsterdam, everybody just goes, why? Mostly if I show this, by the way, to Bulgarians in Amsterdam, they go, why? But when I first came to Bulgaria, which was actually in Sofia, I was staying in Airbnb there, I didn't notice, and at some point the doorbell rang. I opened, 2 Bulgarians, the stereotypes. One was wearing bold, looked like a UFC fighter, was wearing Adidas. The other one, the other stereotype, bold, where I looked like a UFC fighter wearing a leather jacket. Ivan and Ivan. And I opened the door and I'm like, oh fuck, they look serious. And they just bend over towards me and like, have you heard the news? I'm like, fuck, am I being extorted? What's happening? Turned out Jehovah's Witnesses. Technically, I'm a Jehovah's Witness now as well. I didn't dare to say no. But I'm not knocking on doors, it's fine.
Was a lovely show yesterday. We had about 60 people in a relatively small room, so it really was packed and roaring. They were in for quite a while already, so they had a few drinks, they were rowdy, good to go. We had a few very good laughers on the first row, which always makes things a lot easier and more fun. We had a digital nomad doing her very first ever 5 minutes, and she did very well. She was well prepared, tight set, so yeah, was good. I just realized I completely forgot to film an ending to this movie, so this is it, the ending of this movie. The next stop on our tour will be Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, but we will have very little time to film there because we have a tight schedule. So I'll probably combine that into one movie with the stop for the day after, which is Belgrade, Serbia. So the next video is probably going to be 2 cities, 2 countries actually in one. And I hope you enjoyed this movie. If you did enjoy this, please, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and that alarm bell and fling a tiger. See you in the next one.